Before buying a Huawei smartphone, you better listen to this. Part 1. Now, before you buy a Huawei smartphone, here's something to consider, okay? So, in terms of tap to pay, there's a lot of limitations on a Huawei smartphone. Now, remember that Huawei is now running Harmony OS and no longer Android, right? So, meaning that this device no longer is pre-installed with the GMS, which is the Google Mobile Services, right? So, meaning that your API, which is the Google Play services, cannot fully function under Gbox because Gbox is just the virtual sandbox. Okay, so it's just a pretense. It pretends to be a phone that it's not, just so that it can get access to Google apps, right? So in this case, some apps can really pick up that this phone is not an actual Android phone. So apps like your your Google Pay, sorry, your Google Wallet cannot work on a Huawei phone. Even apps like McDonald's app, it doesn't want to work because it requires the actual GMS to be pre-installed into the phone. All right. So even your traditional banks, like your Standard Bank, for example, the tap to pay feature on the Standard Bank app does not work on a Huawei phone. Why? Because there's a lot of inconsistencies with the software, right? So for security purposes, most banks prefer to pull back. However, there is an alternative, which is the Swoop Pay. But to be honest, I'm not really sure on the security of that app. And to be honest, it only works with two banks in South Africa, which is your FNB and the Discovery Bank. So that is one of the limitations that I can say can be a little bit frustrating because certain apps will not work on a Huawei phone, even though you do have Gbox.